Alright, hello. So this is going to be the introduction to archaeology. The first episode showed you how to quickly build a character from nothing and then buy all of the archaeology tools. All you need for archaeology is the iron matok, the steel matok, the mithril matok, the adamant matok, and the rune matok, and then the ochre matok. So essentially you're just going to need these. This will be for level 10 archaeology, level 20 archaeology, level 30 archaeology, level 40 archaeology, level 50, and then level 60. Essentially these just cost us 10k. It only costs you 10k to buy these ones. This one costs like 15k, although there wasn't any for 40k, so we left the buy offer for 15k and it bought pretty much instantly. So if you already found out how to get to archaeology, so basically you would just take the home waypoint. We'll just do this really quick. You go home, teleport to Varrock, and then from the Varrock waypoint, here's where you would be. You would just go east over here to the Archaeology Guild, past the Archaeology Guild to the Archaeology Trainer, Archaeology Tutor. You are here. This is where you should be. And there is a bank right here. But to get into archaeology, you would say, are you here to sign up with archaeology? We've just recently received some serious funding and we're in need of as much help as we can get. So maybe, why would I want to become an archaeologist? So maybe we shouldn't read all of them this time. It's going to take forever. But essentially, she's going to give you your starting archaeology tools, the bronze matok. You would left click it to equip it. Now she would teach you about excavation. So you'd go to this excavation site, you would left click it, and it would say you have uncovered an excavation site. Now to start excavating it. And if you right click it, you could survey. So it'll give you imperial iron, purple heartwood. She found some soil, and it'll give you a centurion dress sword. And so this is where you get the third age iron, the caches. So there is also a place here, right? This place you could do archaeology. Examine ancient doors. Leads down to the empty throne room, we believe. This is going to deal with getting level 1 to 5 archaeology, I believe. And then the next part of the tutorial will get you to level 10 archaeology, level 15 archaeology. Should be level 15 archaeology by the time you get into the barracks. And then your guy will sit here and discover new materials and excavate from the centurion remains. Like exit them. So you find centurion dress sword damage. Like amazing, you have found a relic. So when you find relics, you get a bunch of experience. And then when you restore relics, you get even more experience. You could sell all the materials on the auction house like we were doing. We got into the mistake of making a bunch of accounts, and then we were playing 5 accounts, and then we're like, what are we doing with our lives? XP gains XP. So I found some soil, materials, and a damaged artifact. Upon inspection, it looks like I will need some more materials before I can restore the artifacts. And then she'll teach you about sifting. So you go over to the screen mesh. So we never really sifted too much, just because you don't get too much experience. And you rarely get materials. No, so we were screening them, and then like, why are we screening them? Why don't we just sell all the materials? And then you get into the trap of just selling everything on the Grand Exchange. Right, that should be enough screening. What did you find? You found all the resources that you needed to repair the sword. So now you go over here, view the contents of the material storage container. You would left click store material storage container, and then you would deposit all. Then you'd hit the escape button. Then you go restore at the archaeologist's workbench, centurion dress sword. It'll show you how much experience it'll give you, the archaeology level requirement, and the materials requirement. Material storage container, backpack. Alright, so as long as you have all of the materials, you can restore it, and it'll give you 250 experience. This will bring you all the way to level 5 archaeology. Your first artifact restored, you should go show the guild trainer. So now you learned a whole bunch of things. You have gotten total level 50 milestone. So congratulations, you restored your first artifact. She knows of a collector that would definitely like to collect the item. And then if you examine it or inspect it, right, a fully restored sword, on closer inspection, this is clearly just a replica of the Centurion Trust Sword used for training prospective guild members. It makes sense to not entrust fragile old artifacts to inexperienced hands. Still, it's a very good replica, so they don't even trust you with a real sword yet. So you talk to her, and she's a collector looking for an item for her collection. She'll give you a reward. So the thing that we didn't do on our playthroughs is we didn't really look at the collections too much. We were too focused on the prices of things are crazy. Let's sell everything. Let's try to get as many resources and sell as much as we can without thinking about it. So you had the replica, and she gives you a relic to put inside the monolith. So then you would interact with the mysterious monolith. So you can see we got to level 5 already, and we didn't even do anything. All we did was excavate one site. So maybe we could start a timer once we actually start doing the rest of it. Or maybe we won't do a timer. Maybe we'll be like, after you get a full inventory, then you could do that. Because if we're keeping track of how long everything takes, we're gonna sit here with the timer open. So you have unlocked the ancient power, increased maximum health by 500. So we have 1000 health, harness power. And like we said, this would be absolutely amazing on a level 1 character. You managed to access the power. Congratulations. So if you're a level 1 character, essentially you get 50% more hit points. And then we could go up here. So that's only the first power. I imagine the powers get pretty crazy later. And then you go to the Archaeology Guild. So that guy just teleported here somehow. Talk to the guild master, and he says, "Hello, welcome to the Archaeology Guild." And then he shows you around. So I believe that map, you could click on it to teleport to any dig site. So we're gonna have to look at that at some point. Although it's pretty easy to just take the waypoints and then walk to all of them. So now you would go over here and talk to Israel. And then here's all of the rewards. You get the Archaeological Soil Box. So we need to turn these into collectors to get chrono notes, to get these items. So temporarily increases your chance of finding materials while excavating. These are consumable items. Temporarily increases your metallic precision by 20%. And increases your chance of finding soil by 10%. Oh, okay, temporarily increases your XP by 50%. So that one seems pretty good. Archaeology, consumed to teleport to any dig site. Base camp of your choice, which you have access to. Oh, so you get teleports. And then the assistant soil box upgrade, so it allows you to carry more soil. Increase the capacity of your material storage to 30 items. So can you only hold 30 different items in there? 20 different items? Because we were holding a whole bunch of items. So this just increases your base precision by 2. That's probably pretty good. We believe you get these by trading into the traders. And then there's like the set that gives you the plus 1% experience to all of these skills. Auto screener unlocks the invention blueprint, but you need invention. So we don't have those yet. Essentially we'll have to go through our way and upgrade the chain. So now that we have all of that done, she should lead us to the dig site. Congratulations, this is to certify that you have achieved the rank of intern. You now have access to the following: Archaeology Journal, Soil Box, stores 50 of each soil type, access to the Guildmaster's office, access to the intern rewards in the Archaeology Guild shop, unlocks the Archaeology Intern title. Cool, so right now you're an official guild member. You should go out there and start excavating. And she brings you to your very first excavation site. She says, "Hello, he's over here." And then you go talk to him. So that's pretty much level 1 to 5. This is the introduction, and then this would be the map you would be mining at, essentially digging at. And it will show you everything about it. You could excavate these things, although we've never found a use for samite silk. I don't think we found a use for one, unless it's used for some later relics you have to restore. Essentially, it wasn't worth too much on the Grand Exchange compared to the other items too. So here's the cutscene. You could watch the cutscene. We're not going to watch it again. Essentially, here's the first dig site. You can watch the cutscene. It explains everything about the dig sites. Alright, hello. Welcome to the next part of archaeology. So the first episode was just getting money really quickly, which takes no requirements. You can do it on free to play. Then we just ran to the Grand Exchange and bought our tools. If you were an Iron Man, all you have to do is go mine the resources and then smith the resources, and then you smith your own tools. All you need for archaeology is your iron mattock, your steel mattock, mithril. There's different mattocks for all the levels. Essentially, we talked to this guy already, but if we talk to him again, will he give us the mushroom? Yes, if you talk to him, he'll give you the mushroom. This is required for getting into here, which needs level 12 archaeology to get it, right? If we go here, we try to clear the fort. It'd say you need level 12 archaeology. So the thing you can do is uncover ancient gravel. Click here. And it shows you what can be in here. And a sprite will spawn. The sprite will move. If you want to, you can move between sites. It'll give you this bonus when you're at the one where the sprite is. So there's the sprite. I thought it moved over here. You have started to focus on the time sprite. When excavating at a location that contains damaged artifacts, a time sprite will position itself over one of the excavations in the area. By following the sprite, you can increase your focus, which will award excavation benefits. And then what we learned about the sprite is that if you're not excavating at it, it will never move. So you could be excavating here and then you could be waiting for it to move over to your spot, but it actually doesn't work like that. Now, the Archaeological Soil Box, you could drag it to your hotbar, drag it to 0 or something, and then you just have to press 0 on your keyboard, or you could just click it on your hotbar, and then it'll deposit all of your soil into your soil box. So the time sprite has moved. Now you're already level 6 archaeology. Essentially, you just keep moving in between these spots, probably following the sprite. Or if this is like a all character, you generally just leave him AFKing here, right? It's not too much worth following the sprite on a second character. Or if you're playing like 2 accounts or 3 accounts, don't go with 5 accounts. Don't go with 4 accounts. 2 to 3 accounts is probably good. Although the more you have, the more you collect. But then the more it is like a job. So you just sit here and keep following the sprite. Maybe we'll come back when we have a full inventory. We're level 6 right now. And then when this bar fills up, we'll discover an artifact. Then we could go restore it, and that might bring us to level 10, so we could use the iron mattock. We're just going to stop the clip and then come back when our inventory is full. We just press this on the hotbar to empty your inventory, and then all the soil goes in there. These are crafting materials essentially to restore the items that we're getting. If you right click on here, you could just survey the Venator remains to see it is a level requirement 5. Materials, 3rd age iron, generous insignia, and it shows you in the chat box here too. It says 3rd age iron and the insignias, damaged artifacts, Venator dagger, Venator light crossbow. So it would probably actually be in your best interest to stay here until you have collected at least 2 of each of them and repaired at least 2 of each of them. Just so you have them for the collections later, and then you're getting the low experience for the low artifacts, and then you're getting the high experience later for the high artifacts. Plus your level will be a little bit higher and you'll be able to excavate the areas a lot quicker and get the materials a lot quicker and find the relics or artifacts to restore a lot quicker. So I think we've talked quite a bit. We'll be back with the full inventory. We're almost level 7. We'll see what level do we get when our inventory's full. Probably around level 8. Alright, so our inventory's full, so that didn't take too long, right? So it would save your progress on it. We found out it saves your progress on it even if you leave the area, and I think even if you hop worlds. With all of your resources, you would click on this Inspect Centurion Seal Damaged. It requires Archaeology level 12 to fix it, gives you 430 experience. We actually need level 12 to fix it. It requires 6 third age iron, 2 Xerosonian simples. Once you get to level 12 Archaeology, we could fix it. The storage box, we click Store Material Storage, and then we would deposit all. And it would deposit all of your resources. Then we would go to the bank, and then we would right click here and say empty, and then just pretty much throw those in there, I guess. Alright. Oh, and then this journal, you could right click this journal, say put it in your pocket, and there you go. Maybe we could even read the journal or something. But like we're saying, when you return back to this place, it'll remember your progress. So, it remembers your progress. You don't lose it. Let's go to Warren Equipment. Oh, here it is. Warren Equipment. It's, oh, you can teleport with it. XP gains journal, current qualification intern, next qualification assistant, achievements, general. So it shows you all of the achievements and everything. That's interesting. We didn't know about that. Relic power is font of life. No relic power. Research, you need to earn assistant qualification before you can manage 8 research team. Oh, notes on archaeological artifacts. So it shows you notes on a lot of them. Probably Xerosian's what we're doing, right? So you go down to Xerosian, that's these things. Venator dagger, no information. Collector, emissary of Xeros. So there's 2 different collectors. It shows you where you can get it. Restoration's completed. So we need to get 2 copies, 1 for each of those collectors. And same for the stuff inside. Essentially all of the stuff inside here should just be for the collectors, I guess. Yeah, if we just get those, we could complete the first Xerosian collector set, all of those here. Uncovered mysteries, secrets of the monolith. I have yet discovered any information on this. Rings of walls, I have yet to discover any information on this. It says writings on walls, special research. And then general Armadale cultures, Brazilian, so is that Moroccan culture? We haven't done any field studies, so that's on the right hand side. And if we click on general, does it show anything? Oh, it shows archaeology achievements. Bring him a cup of tea at the archaeology. So there's a whole bunch of archaeology achievements. You can click here to go list mode to show it in easier to see way. Excavate damaged artifacts, 0 of 5. Restore damaged artifacts. So imagine you have to keep on restoring more and more. Someone says you need like 250, or you need a whole bunch of artifacts restored. Oh, complete the archaeology tutorial, the speaking. Soil box, so he gave us all of these already. We have claimed that. Maybe we'll come back when our inventory is full again. We can just click on here. So this should bring you pretty close to level 10. Once you find your first artifact and restore it, you probably will be level 10, so you could equip the Iron Maytalk. We'll just get this level up here. We're just about to get to level 8. Here we go. You have reached level 8. Congratulations, only 2 more levels to go, and a little bit more in your bar before you get your first item to restore. Alright, so the bar is basically filled, so you should be discovering your first artifact pretty soon. You have found the light crossbow damaged, achievement complete, excavate a damaged artifact, And if we inspect it, it'll show what we need to fix it. 305 experience, and it'll give you Chronos value when you trade it in, maybe. So as long as you have a 12 third age iron and 16 symbols, you could go and restore this. So you probably should. That way it would skip a lot of the leveling process in the lower levels. So put all your soil in your bag, go to your storage box, store materials, deposit everything. So we do have 12 and 21. If you don't have all of them, right, you just click on inspect, click inspect. And if you don't have all of them, then just sit there and collect some more resources for a bit until you do. Now, you click on the restore station, and then you'd restore it, give you 305 experience. Maybe this would get us to level 10. So you'd click on restore, then it would take 6 seconds. It takes 6 seconds to restore the relics. 305 experience. Congratulations, 2 levels, almost level 11. Now you could use the Iron Maytalk. So even if you're free to play, you can still use the Iron Maytalk. You would just withdraw it, then you would right click it, you would add it to your tool belt. There you go. And then you just take this, you would right click empty this, and you need that at level 12. So you just come back here with your new level 10 tool. So maybe we'll try teleporting with the book too. There's still some things we're still learning. Essentially, you'd have to stay here mining until you get to level 12 anyways. Stay here until you get a second relic. Stay here until you get a second relic, and then we could work on the door over there. That'll give us a big boost of experience that would bring us to level 15.